At 16, Alysa Liu disappeared from the ice. No scandal. No injury. No dramatic collapse. Just silence. Now, only a few years later, she's back, landing the sport's most volatile jumps, commanding major arenas, and quietly aligning her trajectory with the 2026 Winter Olympics. On paper, it looks like a comeback defined by scores and statistics. But numbers miss the real story. This isn't a return built on redemption. It's built on control. Liu didn't walk away because she broke. She stepped away after becoming the youngest US national champion in history, after pushing technical boundaries and carrying expectations that would overwhelm most seasoned veterans. For prodigies, early success can become a trap. The past version of you lingers like a shadow, daring you to outrun it. Many burn out trying. Liu refused to. When she retired, she didn't frame it as a hiatus. It was a declaration of independence. And that decision reshaped everything. When she laced up her skates again, the power dynamic had changed. She wasn't performing to satisfy a system. She was skating by choice, selecting her music, shaping her choreography, structuring her training, managing her schedule. In a sport known for rigidity, that autonomy was radical. Then came the twist few predicted. She didn't ease back in. She rebuilt the triple axel, the most feared jump in women's figure skating. 3.5 rotations launched from a forward edge, with no margin for hesitation. It's a move that can define legacies, or end them. She didn't need it to compete. She chose it to elevate. And that choice reframed everything. This wasn't about proving she still belonged. It was about redefining who decides what belonging means. When Liu first stepped away, the narrative felt like a loss. Champions aren't supposed to quit at their peak. Teenagers aren't expected to abandon Olympic paths others dream of. But burnout rarely looks dramatic. It's not an explosion. It's a slow fade that begins when passion turns into obligation. In interviews, Liu didn't speak about fear. She spoke about numbness. So she stepped off the treadmill. She went to college. She traveled. She lived without a stopwatch measuring her worth. In that distance, something shifted. Skating stopped feeling like a mandate and started feeling like a choice again. And choice changes performance. When she returned, she didn't chase approval. She built a statement. Her comeback wasn't loud, it was methodical. Cleaner programs. Sharper transitions. Rising technical content. Then the triple axel began landing consistently. That jump doesn't just add points. It forces competitors to adjust. It changes strategy. It creates pressure across the field. And Liu skated through it calmly. Her pacing slowed. Her presence expanded. The ice looked less like a battleground and more like territory she understood completely. Podiums followed. Then gold medals. Not from chaos, but precision. This isn't a nostalgic revival of a teenage prodigy. It's a calculated ascent. Most athletes are bound to competitive cycles and external pressure. Peak too early and burnout follows. Peak too late and opportunity disappears. Liu stepped away, and in doing so, reset her clock. Now she enters the Olympic window with something rivals can't manufacture: freshness, mental clarity, the knowledge that she can walk away and return on her own terms. Watch her body language before she skates. Calm, unrushed, no desperation. She doesn't perform like someone afraid to lose everything. She performs like someone who has already survived the hardest part. The irony is powerful. The prodigy label that often derails young careers has evolved into something steadier, a tactician in full command of timing. As the road to 2026 narrows, the pressure will rise. Expectations will amplify. Error margins will shrink. That's when many dynasties falter. But Liu has already faced the most destabilizing realization an athlete can confront: winning too much, too soon, and choosing to let it go. This isn't about reclaiming what she once was. If she crests at exactly the right moment, when the world is watching, history won't call it a comeback. It will call it timing.